Today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite things I've ever done in Warzone, and that is get Damascus. Now it took me 10 actual days or 88 hours to unlock every single gun in the game. The reason I wanted to get Damascus in the first place is I was playing Warzone and some guy sniped me from about 150 meters out. Now my team ran up there and took him out, and after I came back from the gulag, which they probably bought me, let's be honest, I landed and I picked up the guy's sniper, and that thing was absolutely gorgeous. And I asked my friends, what is this camo? How do I do this? And they explained a little bit, but they didn't really know what they were doing. And so I went to YouTube to find some videos. And I looked over YouTube and there's some decent videos, but I thought I'd make one of my own, seeing as I did it much faster than most people on there. So it takes people on average between 7 to 14 days to unlock Damascus. However, it only took me 3.5. Like me, I'm sure you guys have day jobs and you're thinking, how the heck did this guy do this in 10 actual days? Here are my tips on how I did it. The good thing about unlocking Damascus is you don't need gold on every gun. You only need it on the 39 guns that came with the game. So anything extra like the Grout, Ram, these new LMGs, you don't need to get gold on them. Also, I stream every Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 Eastern on Facebook. You can catch me there, showing off all my Damascus guns. Tip number 1 is you always want to be working on your rockets. They're going to take you the longest by far, so always have one in your back pocket so you can shoot down UAVs, counter UAVs, or go punch ground sentry guns. The second tip is you want to knock the riot shield. Now for me, it took me 997 deaths in order to get gold on the riot shield. If you can't get the riot shield right away, I wouldn't even recommend going for Damascus. After you get the riot shield unlocked, go for the knife. That's the second hardest non-rocket launcher thing in the game. If you can get those two done and get them all the way to gold, you're on your way. Now tip number 3 is you want to have a long shot class and an everything else class, and that's because of shoot the ship. Shipment, you can have everything else. Shoot house is your long shots. So when you start a shoot the ship game, it's one map or the other, and then you just pick which class you're using, and that's tip number 3. Now tip number 4 is as you're working your way through unlocking gold on every gun, you want to do a fun gun and then you want to do a grindy gun. Now for me, I really enjoyed doing SMGs, but shotguns were kind of grindy and so were LMGs. So I'd knock a shotgun out and then I'd go back to an SMG, or I'd knock an LMG out and then I'd go to an assault rifle, something like that. It makes getting the grind a little bit less grindy. Now tip number 5 is you want to combine your double XP tokens with your double XP weekend, because that gives you 4 times the amount of experience. I'm telling you, 4 times the amount of experience. So save your double XP tokens, as you can see right here, for a double XP weekend to max out your guns. Tip number 6 is you want to get your guns to max level before you start working on the individual camo objectives. So what I'm saying is get your gun to level 57 if you're using the AUG, and then start to work on things such as hip fires, crouching, long shots, that kind of stuff. Now working on it as you get to max level is okay, but don't specifically try to sit there and crouch. That's going to take more time. Now tip number 7 has to do with the use of hardcore and regular mode. Some guns are going to be better on hardcore, such as SMGs, assault rifles, that kind of stuff, where other guns are going to be better for regular mode, like marksmans, snipers, and shotguns. The reason for that is it gives you the best advantage to get the kills the fastest. Now you always want to use hardcore as often as possible because it's fewer bullets, so there's more kills per game, thus you get more experience per game. Tip number 8 is you don't want to use kill streaks at all. Instead, you want to have the specialist active. Now you can do that by coming into perks. For me, all I have to do is press R. For other people, there's a different button. Make sure you have the specialist active. If you're using kill streaks, that's less time people are alive that you could have shot, and then not every single kill goes towards leveling up your guns, so it's slowing down your Damascus hunt. Tip number 9 is actually selecting different scopes as you level up Damascus. That way, when you're done with Damascus, you also have all the scopes unlocked, and it didn't take you any extra effort. Now, if you made it to tip number 10, I'm going to teach you how to speed up the rockets, getting them to gold. And that's throw care packages at the enemy. You heard it. I want to unlock the care package, throw it to them, run away, let them unlock it, and come back and destroy them with your rockets. That's because some of the hardest things to do are find shield turrets to punch, because those count as vehicles on the ground, or find sentry guns to run up on and punch. A lot of people aren't running these, so you need to help them help you unlock your rockets. For me, I had a different rocket with my long shot and a different rocket with my everything else class. That way, if I had to shoot down something moving pretty quick with the RPG, I could switch it out. Or if I had to shoot something or punch something on the ground with my Strela, I could do that too. One of the more difficult rockets to get gold was actually RPG-7. That's because you have to physically aim and shoot all those UAVs that are flying around, and it's pretty difficult to shoot far enough ahead so that when the rocket gets there, they break the rocket. The other ones I found much easier to do. A side tip is you have to actually destroy some vehicles. Vehicles can be destroyed by punching, so you'll run up to a sentry gun and you'll just punch, 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 punch. That's a good way to do it with something like the Joker. Other guns, the assault rifles, they're pretty much the same across the board. Nothing different or nothing important in one order or the other. For me, I had more trouble with the Origin, but now the Origin's a better gun, so maybe it's easier. And I had a lot of trouble with the 680, so I would do those two first out of the shotguns, and then leave something like the R9 or the 725 for later. LMGs, they're kind of slow, so I just did a lot of hip firing and walking around with smoke. It's kind of a secret way I accidentally unlocked the Bruin, and it helped me out a lot there. The marksman rifles, they're pretty easy. Again, you want ADS is really important with these things, so just have the tack laser on. But you want something like this loadout here, where I've got the Sin Guard's arm, a tack laser. You can take this off. You always want the stipple grip tape, because it's all about ADS speed. If you look at the sniper rifles, all of these are very easy in core. They're all one-shot kills, and I had a good time. Now, as far as getting platinum, platinum is something when you unlock an entire class as gold, then that entire class also gets platinum. What you might not know is the sniper rifle and the marksman rifles are actually tied together, so you won't unlock something like a platinum camo right here until all the marksman and the sniper rifles are done. You'll only have gold. So some people get confused and they think you need to unlock the crossbow. As you can see, I don't even have it unlocked and it doesn't count in my marksman class. The last kind of secret tip that I have is you don't need gold unlocked for the non-DLC. As you can see here, I have the Ram, but it's not fully unlocked, and I still have Damascus because the Ram is a DLC. It's an extra gun that came out after the core game, and you don't need to get it to gold. Keep that in mind to reduce the time you're trying to get Damascus. So some people said, why are you even getting Damascus? It doesn't help you in game at all. But I don't believe that, because while I was playing this game, I ended up getting another 32,000 total kills in multiplayer. About 25,000 of those were from getting Damascus, and that significantly helped me gunfight in Warzone. I know my KD is kind of low, but I'm just happy it stayed at 1. Remember, it took me 997 deaths, let me say that one more time, deaths to get my riot shield in order to get gold on that thing, and I think it was maybe 180 kills total. So to have a KD around 1 after getting Damascus, pretty dang good. I wish you guys all the luck. Again, I stream from Monday through Friday on Facebook from 12 to 1 Eastern. You can come check me out there, and I'll give some more tips and tricks and just have fun. Hope to see you guys there.